So if you look at this, and if we say sales, if we were to use that for the word just to reference you, because serving, you're going to have to adopt it. If we know that it's a process and the process starts way before you even get to communicate to them, then guess what? Your conversion rate's going to go way up. Now, most people, what they try to do is they try to deliver the value, which sounds more like, and you guys tell me, don't agree with me. All the salespeople that you've been around, do they sound more like they're serving you or trying to convince you? Tell me in the chat bar. Are they serving you or are they trying to convince you? Convince you. You should buy this water heater because it's never going to break and it's tankless and you'll never run out of water and the brand's been around for 100 years and you'll sleep good and you'll never have a cold shower again. And, you know, and when your family finds out you got the tankless water heater, they'll no longer shame you on Thanksgiving dinner. So sales become this convincing thing. Well, let me tell you why you need this instead of this serving, communicating thing, right? Like, what don't you know already, right? What do you need me to share with you? How would you like me? Like, very few people have I ever watched in sales say, hey, so this is what's happening, right? What would be the best way for me to deliver the options to you, right? And if they looked at me, I would say, do you need a lot of details? Do you just need to know the value positioning of it? Is it going to be just about the investment? Because I wanted, especially when you're a small company, when I was small, right? When I mean small, a couple trucks, I did not have an hour and a half to sit and convince somebody to buy something. I needed to say, hey, so this panel is broken. And tell me the best way to deliver the information to you, right? Would you like me to give you a bunch of solutions or one solution? Would you want the solution I'd put in my house or give you options? Tell me what you need today, and I'm going to serve you with what you need to make this as fast and efficient as possible. Now, how many of you, and I'll share a story because my wife one time, she had, this just happened the other day too. So I'm going to share two quick stories. The first one is the person comes and we're going to have kitchen magic. Do you know what kitchen magic is? Kitchen magic comes in and they take your shitty kitchen and they're going to put laminate over it. So they're going to take all the cabinet drawers off and they're going to put a new thing on it and they're going to put a new top. And in the end, you look like you got a new kitchen, right? This is a long time ago, my wife. Yeah, lipstick on a pig. So this guy comes in and breaks out his tablet. And he's got this big presentation he's going to go through. And my wife makes it through about 5 minutes because he didn't listen. My wife just said, I want a new kitchen. Tell me how to get a new kitchen. And he's routined programmed. Okay? You getting this, Ethan? He's programmed. So he's like, let me flip through the slides. And my wife gets up and walks out of the room. So you know what I said, Nick? I said, you should just pack up your stuff. He said, why? I said, my wife just walked out of the room. She's the one making the decision. He said, why'd she leave? I said, because you didn't listen to her. She said she wanted a new kitchen and you're going through your 900 slides. And he's like, well, can we get her back? I said, that's not how it works. She doesn't come back in the room now. So he's confused and I start shutting his tablet. I'm like, no, you have to shut it. You have to get up now and you have to leave our kitchen. She's done. And he's just like carrying his stuff and he's confused. And I say to him, like, I don't know why he's so confused. He didn't even listen. Now, my wife and I just experienced this the other day looking at, we're in a timeshare. Anybody else own a timeshare? Type in timeshare. And we go through this whole presentation. We got $57,000. Okay, Rufino, My wife and I are ready to pull out the Amex card and up level our timeshare for 57,000. This was the other day. And I said, look, you gave us everything. I'll let you know Monday. It's Friday because I got to talk it over. I got to see, are we going to do more travel? This stuff. The woman, now tell me if this is a good sales process, Kevin. Is this good? She says, well, if you're not going to make a decision now, well, then this offer's off the table. We're done. So I said, are you sure? We're just done? She says, yeah, we'll be done. So my wife and I said, okay, we walked out. We walked out. She was confused because she didn't understand the buyer. So they lost 57,000 trying to sell and not to serve. Now, if she wanted to serve, she would have said, hey, so can you help me just understand by the time we get to Monday, if something changes over the weekend and you just decide no, would you let me know? And no's a no. It's fine. I'll accept a no. Now, guess what the other person does before we got there? You ready for this one, Nick? I said to the person, they said, here's the offer. And I said, is that the lowest offer everyone pays or is there different? He goes, no, that's it. I said, but what if I buy more? He said, well, let me go see. He comes back and guess what he says? It's lower. So are you seeing a problem here? So I said, why didn't you just tell me when I said, could there be lower? You said, well, if you buy more, it would be lower. So this is, if you want to write a term down, this is like the sales destruction system. It's the anti-selling system is what they have instead of the serving system.